Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got an absolutely superb show coming your way today. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know I did, and I'm just so happy to be back in Texas now. I spent the last week in California, and I had a great time. But it's always greater when you're back with the family and our dog, and just feel like you back home. And so happy to be back here. How you doing, Dr. Michelle Cooley? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, James. We're happy to have you back. So is the dog. So we're really excited about that. It was a week trip. So, we got you. It's nothing better than coming back home, getting settled and relaxing. And, we're really excited about this guest that we're having on the show today. He's got a story and he's a motivator and he's very inspirational. So we're really excited to have him on.
I am so happy to have this young man on the show today. It's so inspiring. And the topic that we're going to talk about, I think is so important because a lot of people feel that they come across a tragedy or come across something that's life-changing. A lot of people just want to throw the towel in and quit. And, they just, well, I can't do this no more. No, you can do anything. You set your mind to. All you have to do is know and believe in yourself, regardless of what the situation circumstances is. That's how I feel when I'm chatting with this young man right here, Michelle. And so our audience, I tell you, wherever you're watching this at around the world, if you want to be part of the conversation, we can really have a great conversation. All you have to do is just go to the comments of the network or platform that you're watching on. You can ask any question that you might have. I promise you. We'll get you an answer. Michelle, can you please introduce the title of the show, purpose of the show, and introduce this great guest?
Yes, most definitely. So the title of today's show is The Limitlessness of the Human Spirit as a Speaker Despite Speaking Disability. And we're getting to know keynote speaker, mentor, thought leader, and global captivating influencer, Shrenik Shah. And he's going to be talking about age is just a number for making impossible possible, forever speaking disability leverage into exceptional opportunity as a professional public speaker, laser focused 56-inch mindset and uncompromising commitment and building legacy. So let me introduce you to this guest today. So in his own words, watching and listening to me speaking with clarion voice and sound will be fascinating experience. I'm celebrating 27-year my vocal cord cancer survivorship and fortunate to redefine my Invictus Life 2.0 as the world's first professional speaker and life transformer performance coach. Have delivered 80,000 plus hours of audience engaging wisdom and 5,000 plus talks since 2011 and touched 100,000 lives to date and striving to amplify the power of self despite the loss of my natural voice in 1997 through my differently enabled voice, which is my USP. I was invited to address 1,000 plus attendees by Indian Institute of Management. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Ahmedabad, India's number one B school, which is ranked as first time ever. Vocal cord cancer survivor was invited to deliver talks since its inception. I was recently featured on iconic Times Square throughout the day, every hour. So you know what? There's so much to know about this amazing guest. So let us introduce you to our guest today, Shrenik Shah, and I hope I pronounced that right.
How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, James. Trust me.
We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you, and trust me, I am equally honored, and I must say it is a privilege for me being on your show because I know that I'm speaking in front of an commendable admiral and influencer. Among top 50 world's influencers. So saluting your dedication and my profound compliments for whatever you're doing on this planet.
Wow. Yes, it's an absolute pleasure having you on. And could you tell our audience, first of all, tell them where you're at? Yeah, because they don't know it as that it is 1 o'clock, almost 1 o'clock in the morning where you at, and you took the time to come on the show and talk about it. And tell them about you growing up, and what keeps you going, what makes you click. Just tell them a little bit about you.
James, I am from the same state, that is Gujarat, from where our current Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is. So I'm from Gujarat, and yes, born and brought up in Ahmedabad. And when that was a time, Ahmedabad was considered as a Manchester, because there were more than 70 textile mills long time back. So that's a bit about my city. And yeah, this city is also announced as a heritage city of India.
Wow. So never been there. One of these days, I'm hoping to get to India because I like cooking and I like the spices. I mean, the people are absolutely fantastic that I run across. And all of these things are absolutely great.
James,
Yes.
James, I know that you are traveling a lot. What you need to do is very simple. Catch a next flight to Ahmedabad, and trust me, you will find vegetarian dishes. And trust me, you will never go back to US. Trust me, you won't go back to US.
I know it's great, but I still have to come back to the U.S. Otherwise, oh, Michelle, she's gonna beat me up. She's gonna come over there and beat me up. So, hey, Shrenik, could you tell our audience what is one word if you had to come up with one adjective to describe you, who you are, and what just keeps you just motivated? What word would that be?
Very simple. And I'm mean by joining two hands. I'm humbled to say this, that Shrenik, that means 8380800, 8380800, always in the form of faster seatbelt, faster, and ready to take off. So I'm in a big wings, and traveling cross continents, long haul trips, and so on. So A380 800, that's what I would like to mention.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So a supported family. I want to show a little clip before we get off into a whole lot of things because I had to watch that clip about 3, 4 times. It was fascinating. So I want our viewers and our listeners to check this out. So hold on, here we go. Wow, that is powerful. Looking at that, you can tell that it's a close knit family. Probably got a close knit group of friends and etc. What are some of the best advice that your friends or close family gave you that you just brighten you up every time you think about those words?
It's just one sentence. You are not alone. You are not alone in this journey. And that's what my family, my friends, everybody is supported seamlessly.
That is powerful because you're not alone. And sometimes we go through a tragedy or come down with illness, like I said. And sometimes we let ourselves, you know, wonder, thinking that we're alone in this by ourselves. And that could have a toll on us. It could lead to negative, positive, etc. But you're absolutely right about that. So I want to talk a little bit about um, your journey. Just talk a little bit about that. Uh, how long ago, first of all, did you discover that you had cancer? And what was going through your mind when you first found out?
Well, James, before I answer that particular question, I must say I was 100% businessman, 100% family man, and introvert. But yes, I was into international business, been to 37 countries, more than 200 overseas trips, and so on. And being in a marketing field, you need to speak. In those days, that is in 90s, there were not, the digital platform, internet, and so on. And so, you need to keep on communicating through your voice. And that's what I did till 1996. And well, in 1997, my normal voice started turning from normal to the awesomeness, and at last it was into a whispering stage. Fortunately or unfortunately, the ENT surgeon could not diagnose the vocal cord cancer. And by the time I was diagnosed, it was stage 4. And trust me, James, my cancer surgeon, Dr. Patel, he said, you don't have too much of time to live with unless you undergo massive surgery, because there was a tumor blocking the opening of my trachea. The opening of my windpipe, and the opening was as small as a tip of a pen. So I had a terrible situation. I was, literally like a drowning in the water to breathe. But then, that Dr. Patel, he turned out as my savior, and he said, you are going to lose your natural speaking ability for the lifetime. But you know what, James? Me and my wife, we realize one thing, that if I'm not going to survive, whether there is a voice or there is no voice, it's hardly going to make any difference. And trust me, in less than 1 minute, we have agreed for undergoing a massive surgery. I underwent 9.5 hours long massive surgery. I lost my natural voice forever, but fortunately, now I'm speaking in front of you. This is my 27th year with this voice.
And it sounds great to me. So, but resilience, I kind of sense that coming from you, like, hey, I'm not gonna let this hold me back. We're gonna figure it out. And just when we talked about a second ago, with when you talked about family, we talked about friends. All of those things are important, and making sure that we stay focused and that we all gonna get through these things together. So I commend you, my friend. We're gonna have to take a station break, but we're gonna come back. We're gonna pick it up and continue to talk to Shrenik. And if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. Yes, your life. And we'll see you shortly after the break.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And wow, I think we might have lost Shrenik for a second. Shrenik, are you there? Can you hear me? I think he might have to, you might have to go out and come back in. Are you there, Michelle? No. Actually, this young man right here is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm just looking forward to getting him back on. I think we lost him for a second or so, but he'll be back shortly. And it's a lot of times that I can kind of relate with what Shrenik is saying, because I experienced an injury a while back where I had lost my speaking ability as well, and I did not know what I was going to do. And I tell you, it was nice having friends and family around to help guide you, and that is so important to be able to have people that you trust and you love, and they trust and they love you, and we all go through this together because it's a family. And I know Shrenik talk about this mantra. It said, "Do not quit." Is your mantra. So I am so excited, and I want to hear about that, because you can't quit. You can't quit at nothing. So Shrenik, can you tell us why did you come up with that mantra?
James, I would say it was much more situational than anything else because, you know, as I said earlier, being in a marketing, I mean, if you cannot communicate, you are lost. Life is finished. You can't do anything, and you need to opt for a premature retirement, and which I was never willing to. And trust me, it was like dating the adversity, dating the challenges, because you know when it comes to dating, dating, that means it's absolutely unconditional giving. I mean, you have to be unstoppable. Forget about the results. Keep on giving, giving, and giving. And for that, you are not supposed to quit. And that's how I could manage my life. And that's how, I have turned as a world first professional speaker after losing my natural voice before 26 years. So, it was much more like a passion. It was much more like a perseverance, confidence, courage, dedication, indulgence, whatever you say. But, ultimately making things happen.
Wow. And you know what? This is we have to do that because we have to always, I believe, maintain that confidence, courage, hope, belief, most importantly, faith in anything that we do. And I believe that it's when we get it in our mind and when we come back, just like came back to speaking, you've been speaking for over 27 years. Um, how did it feel when you first uh, came back and started speaking and you started getting invited to a lot of these engagements and you saw that you were making a gigantic impact in people's lives. You gave them hope. You gave them a reason to expire because they was inspired. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, James, you know, in December 97, when I started speaking with this device, you know, James, this is my speaking gun. And, there was no speech language therapist available here. I learned speaking by practicing, standing in front of mirror for a week. And you know what? When I started speaking in public, my voice was totally rejected. People were scared, people were running away, and so on. But James, I am grateful to all those individuals who were scared, who were running away when I started speaking like this, because that rejection was kind of a catalyst for me. It was that rejection turned out to me as a turbine power to what I am today. And it's not important who I am. Important is how I could manage to transform the adversities, challenges, rejection, everything into incredible opportunities, and speaking in front of you and speaking for last 11 years. I mean, yeah, kind of a public speaking, and that's all about the situational setup. But then here again, I must admit here, or rather, I'm grateful to the Almighty that this loss of voice turned out to me as a blessing in disguise. A man who was 100% introvert is now extrovert, and the voice which was rejected by too many people, now the same voice is being accepted by countless individuals globally. So this is all about, situational acceptance and making the best through indulgence.
And you speak and acceptance is so important. Acceptance in oneself, because the minute that, and I can only speak for myself, when I accept something, I'm talking regardless what it is, I'm talking about myself. It really doesn't matter um, what a whole lot of other people might think or say, because I accepted it and I'm comfortable with it, and I'm able to communicate and be able to get my message out because of the confidence and courage and hope, belief, and faith that I have in myself. And I can just sense in you that you are a man with a whole lot of self-confidence. You get things done. You make it happen. And and that's the type of people that we need. We need a lot more of you and myself. And Dr. Pauline, I see that she's watching the show. She can click on the StreamYard if she like. But when you are able to touch and change people's lives, how does that make you feel? And when people come back and say, "Hey, I listened to you. You gave me some insight. You helped change my life." Talk about that a little bit.
James, you know, being a marketing person, this is the other side of the coin. I always enjoy building George Washington Bridge. George Washington Bridge between art and cut in the countless life of the people. And trust me, when I start building that emotional bridge in the people lives of the people, I get myself self-inspired. I'm getting so much of momentum, relentless momentum in my own life, like anything. And I feel like, now I'm going to touch the horizon. And that is the beauty of the life.
That is the beauty of the life. And that is, so, hey, so you speak to a lot of people. Do you travel around the world, or do you do a lot of virtual? Or how you get your message out
Everything, everything, look, let me tell you, I'm like a restaurant where you will get Chinese, Mexican, Italian, Indian, everything. That means, as I said earlier, I am always into taxi mode with a sexy smile. The moment I get a green signal from ATC, I am just ready to take off and touching the horizon at 37,000 feet. And this is what I've been doing earlier when I was a businessman and when I was traveling all over the world. So same thing applies here. And touching the horizon is always remain my dream, and it is going to remain my dream for all of my life.
and that's what we're in this because we dedicate our lives to the betterment of mankind, and we have to continue to deliver that message and make people know that they have purpose. You got purpose in everything that you do. Doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, green, gold, or purple. You got purpose. And, and we have to keep pushing that and keep doing the things that we're doing. Keep inspiring, keep helping, keep letting people know that you are a masterpiece. I think that's extremely important. We got to take another station break. Guess what? We're going to come back. Shrenik, we're going to come back. We're going to talk some more. We're going to talk some more. We ain't done. And if you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments on whichever platform you're watching this on. Ask questions. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life. We'll see you shortly after the break.
I never wanna leave. Yeah, I'm right where I wanna be. We got something you and me, and I can't get rid of this feeling. Just like a magnet, we're just like a magnet. The things we have can't be taken for granted. Now I know that it has always been you. I can't help it, I'm so drawn to you. Just like a magnet, we're just like the magnet. The things we have can't be taken for granted. I know that it has always been you. I can't help it, I'm so drawn to you. Hey, I'm so drawn to you. I'm so drawn to you. Yeah, yeah.
Always dream big. Dream big with your heart, mind, soul. Dream big, think big, and be big at everything that you do. But continue to understand that you can do anything that you set your mind to. You can do anything that you set your mind to, but just continue to do it. So dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. I want to thank Unified Brainzy for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this great book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and just sitting here, just enjoying this conversation with this great man right here. And I tell you, it's much to learn from this great man. One of the things is overcome whatever situation, circumstances that you might find yourself in. Just always look at the goodness in it, because there is a plan for everybody. I mean, whichever whoever you worship, got a plan for you. And so you just have to believe in that, and you have to know that you have to believe in yourself. And I can just I'm listening to this guy, and it's just like I mentioned to you a second ago, so much confidence and courage in him. to be able to overcome and to be able to speak, be able to go around and speak to thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people, and just make a difference in their lives. And I know you're making a difference in a lot of you all lives right now, because you're making a difference in mine. And one of the things that I can say is, can't quit. I know I mentioned that a few minutes ago. I don't care what the situation is. There is no quit in it. You will figure out a way to overcome and continue to do the things that you love. But you got to want to. And I want to pick it back up with that, Shrenik. Can you tell our audience and our viewers, you have to want to do something, regardless of whatever situation it is. You got to want to. Just like learning to speak with that a great device that you have. Was it difficult to make the adjustments when you first got it and started to utilize it? And when did you understand that this was a very powerful thing, because you were able to reach so many people when an average or ordinary person would not have been able to do that, because the mindset might have been not been right? Can you talk about that a little bit?
James, there were no incidents which has given me enormous spark in my career, and that's how I realized the value of my voice, value of my clarion voice and sound to the world. And you know what? At the moment, my cancer surgeon, was, or rather who is my savior before 26 years, is right now watching me speaking. And I'm grateful to him for giving me a life 2.0, and I'm indebted to him for all my life. But you know what? In 2011, I got a call from him, like there is one patient is related, is having a similar kind of a problem I get for 26 years, and if we can come over and counsel him. So I went to the hospital, counseled the patient, and he was ready for undergoing the surgery. Now, you know what, James? I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to become a doctor anyway. But I'm having a privilege of giving lectures in medical colleges with this voice. So this is the beauty of this voice. And secondly, during one of the book launch events, I was all of a sudden invited to deliver a talk to at least some 500 plus audience, and that was, quite spontaneous. And I could deliver a talk for 20 minutes, shared my journey. So this two incidents, given me a turbine power, and that's how I realized the value of my voice, and that's how I started getting into one-to-one counseling, group counseling, public speaking, and that's how. So this is going to be an endless life, but yes, Almighty is the great. I must admit that he made things happen for me by taking away my natural voice to become what I am today. So I am, I mean, I really have no words to express my gratitude with the Almighty. At times people are thinking that yes, cancer did this, cancer did that, but for me, this turned out as 1000% blessing in disguise.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So Shrenik, in what way do you bring hope and comfort to counsel patients, people that might be going through this, and what would you tell them? Some of these people that hey, just hang in there, work it out, everything gonna be okay. What are some of the ways that you bring that hope and comfort to them?
James, the logic is very simple. When I'm meeting patients and caregivers, I just lend my ears, I listen to them each and everything, and then I start addressing that each and every problem individually, step by step, and I say whatever this, when I start speaking with this voice, number one, they get HOPE, that if this fellow has survived, I am going to survive. That is the first impression they get during my speaking with them. And then I tell them that, look, my friend, life after cancer is really not end of the life. It's a new beginning, new chapter. And you know what? There is a story of a stallion. Say stallion is going at its speed. You have option, you have a choice. Either you ride on a stallion or a stallion is going to ride on you. So you have to be smart, you have to be intelligent, and you must manage things happen. And you can go back to work, you can live normal life, you can do anything and everything in your life without any problem, but you must ride on top of this stallion, and that stallion is cancer.
Wow, that's powerful. Very, very powerful. As a global captivating influencer and inspirational speaker, I know you got a lot of topics that you talk about at different times, depending on your audience and this. What are some of the talking points or some of the topics that you share with the many, many thousands and thousands of people that you come across?
James, there are, I would say, 4 5 different topics. Number one is the power of self. Say, unless you don't know the value of yourself, just few minutes back, I had seen your clip, think big, manage big, and that's it. So, in a nutshell, it is the power of self, number one. Number two, the limitlessness of the human spirit. You know what? I mean, we are seeing James Bond movie. It's all about sleeping with the enemy. So as a cancer survivor or cancer patient, every single day you are sleeping with the enemy. And when you wake up the next day, you are the best, right? So make everything the best out of what you've been given and make things happen. And that is the way I have lived my life, and that's the way I'm telling to the people what should be the situation. And important thing is troubleshoot the adversities, troubleshoot the challenges. You need to break the adversities and challenges and make the best out of those situations. And trust me, and once you start breaking those situations, then it becomes your addiction. Then you don't need to Google, you don't need to do anything like what I do. Is that you get used to troubleshoot the problems, and you can make the best.
Wow. And you're right. Those four things, being able to tackle those with the right mindset. And that's so important right there. I keep mentioning mindset because many times in order for us to get there, we have to have a positive mindset. And just like you were saying, a lot of those things, if you don't change them, because you're sleeping with the devil every day, because the devil's going to try to tell you that you can't do it. Just give up, just quit, just But that's why it's so important to develop the right mindset and to understand and continue to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. You can conquer and you can tackle anything. Just like my friend right here, Shrenik, is doing. I tell you, we're gonna take a station break, but we're gonna come back and we're gonna continue this great conversation. If you want to be part of it, all you do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on and ask a question. I promise you, give you my word, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break. Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and just listening to Shrenik and the last segment. You're a very powerful man, very powerful speaker, and God certainly gave you the gift to reach out and help others, and so proud of you, my friend. Just continue to bless others, continue to be the inspiration that you are. And this is absolutely fantastic. So hey, I want to talk a little bit about the title of your book. Can you tell us what the title is and what your book is about? Oh, okay. Just tell us a little bit about your book, and one of the things that I'm interested in also is the focus on the 56-inch mindset. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, let me explain, first of all, the meaning of the title of my book. Trust me, James, this is absolutely a very humble point. When the author contacted me to choose this title, Shah is King of the Kings. That is Shah. And I completely refused that. Look, my friend, I am a common man and I don't deserve this title. But he said, sir, if you cannot accept this title, I'm not going to write your book. And so I had to simply accept his proposal. But it's all about, I mean, we were talking in a while, it's all about making impossible possible. Because, speaking with his voice globally, and, there must be, I mean, the first thing is fear. What happens if my voice is not get accepted by the world? And that is all about my book changer. It's all about courage, confidence, dedication, commitment, and so on. But this is a real life story, no manipulation, and that's it.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about focus on the 56 mindsets and uncompromising commitments, because you have to have an uncompromising commitment in order to move forward. But I want to hear what you got to say, sir.
James, we all are familiar with the Captain America, a big man, etc. But then, physically, if you are physically big, but if you're not mentally fit, say, I mean, there are too many cops known as encounter specialists. So, they are simply fearless. And for being a fearless, you need to not only the chest of 56 inch, but you need to have a mindset of 56 inch to make things possible, which really look impossible to the others. And here again, when it comes to the uncompromising commitment, so it is similarly like you are not supposed to quit. So basically, when you are committed, bad things will happen somehow or the other. It's all matter. It's all about patience. It's all about perseverance and going forward as an unstoppable. And once you give up, that means the path which you have crossed, that is always red. So you really have no choice. You must continue, and that's what life is all about with the uncompromising commitment. And trust me when I have mentioned this uncompromised commitment, these are out of my own experiences for last 13 years in public speaking. And that's how I have delivered 8,000 hours of talk with his voice.
Wow. You know what? Just speaking of uncompromising commitments, a person have to really be, have to have a conviction, that you're going to do the right thing, regardless of whatever it is. And everybody, they can do whatever they want to. I'm talking about, but just like what you're saying, uncompromising commitment is, as Michelle and I, we try to do the right thing all the time, and we try not to let any outside influences uh, change that commitment. So I love that thought process. We got a better part of 2 minutes to go. How can people get a copy of your book? Where can they buy your book from? And how can they get in touch with you
Well,
if they wanted to?
James, it's available globally on Amazon, and just write the book Shine Shop, and you can order online.
Hey,
And
I want to thank.
well, Amber, yeah,
Yeah, I want to thank you so much. This has been an absolute pleasure having you on the show again. I want to thank Dr. Pauline Crawford, my good buddy. I see you out there watching. I see a lot of people around the world watching, and just fantastic. Would love to have you back one of these days if your schedule permits. So
James, James,
yes,
just one point I would like to share with you. few minutes back, I seen your clip with the Michelle. You know, what is the value of the voice? I would like to just share one example. 15 years back, when you met Michelle and you were to tell her, Michelle, will you please marry me? Now imagine when you do say that, will you please marry me? And when that voice is not coming out, imagine your frustration, imagine your anger, imagine your sheer helplessness. And that is the life I am living for past 26 years, and that is the life I'm going to live forever. But you know what? There is no regret, there is no complaint box in my life. I'm enjoying the life to my best and always living in the moment. And that's how, I build bridges in human lives.
That's what it's all about. So thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another great show. I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners out there all around the world, and my motto is always dream big, think big, and be big at everything that you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you then.